This time also, over 100 people have died. More than 50 lakh people have been suffering, and 95% of Kaziranga International Park has been inundated. This has been a tale of every year. Crops and infrastructure has been very much damaged. Hi, I am Rhythm Goel. In this video, we are going to discuss why Assam gets flooded every year and cause of destructions on a massive scale, and what are its solutions. There are many natural as well as anthropogenic factors for annual floods. The first is earthquakes and landslides. In northeast India, earthquake occurs. Assam is prone to earthquakes, and also due to landslides there is a lot of debris which is gathered, because of which the level of water in the river bed goes up. The second, which is the biggest factor, is the Brahmaputra river. It originates at Kailash ranges, Tibet, and then enters Arunachal Pradesh, India at a very high speed, and then through the plateaus. It went straight to Assam with uncontrollable water and sediments. Yes, you heard right, sediments. It brings 2.4 million tons of sediments like soil and sand, etc., every day, which in fact makes Assam soil fertile. So it is also a lifeline, and it is a earning of livelihood for many people. But since the earthquake which happened in 1950s of 8.6 Richter scale, and it shifted the tectonic plates, ever since Brahmaputra has become even more unstable, causing floods. During summer, glaciers melt and water rises up, and also the monsoon season. In the monsoon season, the rainfall is increased. The average rainfall is increased by 248 to 635 centimeter in Assam. Also, due to mountainous regions surrounded in Assam, like of Arunachal Pradesh, hills of Arunachal Pradesh, it makes Assam a narrow plain. It leaves no option from Brahmaputra river to rise vertically. Instead of rising horizontally, there are three prime man-made causes or reasons. The first one is the embankment and non-elimination of projects. Government constructed embankments. Embankment means to rise the area at a higher level. 30,000 crore rupees was spent on building embankments, but that didn't work because they require maintenance, which was not done. There was no drainage channels. The project, lack of dredging by the government, is still in the planning stage. The second is encroachments. People love to settle near water bodies and take the land that should be for river. In these circumstances, when water gets less space, frequent flooding happens. What is the river should also do this, because there is no space for river to collect its water. Dams. Third is dams. Dams are built to regulate water, but they can be a huge problem. For example, there are a lot of dams built in Assam, and if they are not regulated properly, it creates problems which suddenly causes the water to gush up in the plains of Assam. The fourth one is the river bank erosion. The fertile land keeps rotting, and the deforestation is taking place, making water unstable. Climate change. Global warming is taking place, due to which glaciers melt and increases the water level. But now, what is its answer key? What is its solution? So there are some solutions. Number 1, sponge city. This is a rainwater harvesting technique. It is a concept so that a town becomes self-sufficient to manage its water resources. It can hold, clean and drain water in a natural way. All extra water can be skillfully used. Flood plains. The second is flood plains. We should give chance to rivers to expand horizontally. We should move away from the water bodies. The third is afforestation. We should grow more and more trees because they slow down the flow of water using their roots. A plant known as vetiver can be grown. It is a fast growing grass that is grown for essential oils. A vetiver system can make an area flood resistant. In addition of making the area less prone to flooding, it will give economic incentives to locals. Government can work on many projects like of dredging the sediments of Brahmaputra river so that the water level can be rise, not rise. It can be lower down, which was announced by Narendra Modi, but it is still in planning stage. So it needs to be advanced. Dams needs to be addressed. Second thing is that we can contribute some money to the government or to the Assam people to help them. We can donate to Akshay Patra or Wildlife Trust of India, and even there are many other organizations also. Number 5, and it is one of the most important and significant, early warnings. Disaster management system should be advanced. We can't tell that, we can't predict that that how will the floods affect our area. We can't tell that in which way the water will come, but we know that when it will come, we can react to it. We need to be proactive. Government has to provide warnings to even small villages before the impact. We should be proactive. Hence, we should implement all these solutions, because if we will not, I will discuss all these things in next year, and that will become a tale of every year. That I think should not be. A great salute to all the rescue teams and the disaster management teams who are working so hard and they are taking their life on risk to save millions of lives. I hope that this issue will be solved as soon as possible. Hope you like my video. Thanks for watching.